Are you aging well? Let me show you my secrets to stay younger longer. You know you need to eat a nutritious diet, get enough sleep, and exercise to stay healthy. But did you know these are the foundation of aging well? Yet there's more you can do to stay younger longer. And if you consistently do these 5 things, you won't have to be so militant about your diet or exercise like crazy or spend so much time sleeping to stay younger longer. Hi, I'm Deborah Maragopoulos, an integrative nurse practitioner, aka the Hormone Queen. And I'm here to help you get your hormones in harmony so you can stay younger longer. So just hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my hormone healing videos. How do you stay younger longer? There's been a lot of research on longevity, who lives the longest. The areas around the world where people live the longest have been dubbed the blue zones. Your genes probably only account for 20 to 30% of longevity. It's environmental influences like diet and lifestyle which play the greater role in determining your lifespan. One thing the blue zones have in common is that they all eat a plant-based diet supplemented with seafood. Some eat goat or sheep cheese, some drink red wine daily, some practice religious fasting, all eat their smallest meal at the end of the day. But let's unravel the deeper secrets. The people who live longest stay active right to the very end. They don't necessarily exercise, but they've been active all their lives, gardening, shepherding, fishing, walking everywhere, and doing their own daily chores. Because if you stop moving, you die. It reminds me of the time we were visiting my Italian family in South Philly. We were sitting around the kitchen table about to have some coffee. My 92-year-old cousin noticed there wasn't enough cups, so she pushed a kitchen chair up against the counter, climbed up on it, and got some down. My 75-year-old cousin jumped up and scolded her and tried to get her down, and she swatted at him with a dish towel crying, "If you help me, you'll kill me." And she's right. As soon as you stop being active, your body shuts down. Don't stop moving. Stay active to stay younger longer. And all the blue zone centurions manage their stress. Now that doesn't mean that stressors don't happen. People lose their jobs, their relationships, children. Wars have affected some of these blue zones. They just don't react to stress in the same way we do. Right after 9/11, my husband and I took our first trip abroad. We visited our ancestral lands of Greece and Italy, and we noticed that there were a lot of very old people around, going to the market, to church, to restaurants. No wheelchairs, no walkers or canes. We both grew up in a plant-based Mediterranean diet with our heritage, including daily red wine, but these people were just like us, but our relatives weren't living nearly as long. Then one day, in the tiny village of Amalfi, we were shopping for souvenirs and noticed all the people heading out of the shops down to the coast. We were shocked that the shop owners left us in there, so we followed them. They were all standing facing west, arms around each other, mothers, fathers, children, grandparents, great-grandparents, even some great-great-grandparents, enjoying the sunset. And when it was over, they kissed and hugged and returned to the village. Appreciating beauty every day is one of the best ways to manage your stress response. Develop a practice of appreciation. Get started by writing down at least one thing you're grateful for every day and put it in a gratitude jar for at least 40 days to set the habit. Gratitude literally rewires your brain. Make it a habit of finding the good in life. Appreciation will help you manage your stress and stay younger longer. Stay connected. Intimate relationships and highly involved social connections seem to be another key to staying younger longer. Elderly Sardinians have sex every Sunday. Icarians are firmly connected through their Greek Orthodox faith. Family ties run deep and long for the Akawanans. Old and young in all 5 blue zones, they gather together daily. They share meals, they celebrate together, they mourn together. Even if you're far from your extended family, you can still make deep connections within your community. Being raised Greek and Italian, our family connections are really important. But after college, my husband and I settled far away from home. We had to create family. Dear neighbors and friends have become like family. We share meals, we celebrate and mourn together. We do not see race, religion, or sexual orientation. All we perceive is the love we share. During the Thomas Fire in 2015, it was our close connection to our neighbors that helped all of us survive one of the greatest disasters any of us had ever lived through. Keep connected to others to stay younger longer. Learn something new. Your brain is very malleable, but if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Learning something new helps to maintain what's called neuroplasticity. Think of how easily young children pick up new skills compared to old people. That's neuroplasticity. But at any age, you can create new neural pathways, which essentially rejuvenate your aging brain. Learn to play new games. Take a class, change your routine, or better yet, use your non-dominant hand every day. For instance, if you're right-handed, the left side of your brain, which controls your fine motor skills on the right side of your body, is highly developed, but the right side of your brain is not. So using your non-dominant left hand every day will develop the right side of your brain. Let's lay some new learning pathways. Same is true if you're left-handed. Use your right hand to do the common things like brushing your teeth or combing your hair. It's challenging, but you'll help rejuvenate your aging brain. Try it. Write one-word notes with your non-dominant hand every day. How about you kill two birds with one stone and make this part of your gratitude practice? Use your non-dominant hand to write what you're grateful for. Perhaps keep your one-word notes in a gratitude jar and read them every month and notice how much better your handwriting is getting using your non-dominant hand. Practice something new every day to stay younger longer. Don't act your age. I just became a grandmother, and you can bet I am highly motivated to stay younger longer. I plan to be around for my great-grandchildren, and not just sitting in a rocking chair, but doing fun things with them. One of my patients told me the other day, where I come from, grandmothers don't look or act like you. Well, truly, I believe you're only as old as you feel, and I feel much younger than 58. After my mother died in 2015, I took the trip she always wanted to do, a medical relief trip helping women. I served alongside a native family in the mountains bordering between Nicaragua and Honduras. From the back of a pickup truck, we delivered food, and I provided medical care to the impoverished people. After watching me jump in and out of the bed of this truck all day long, our teenage helpers asked me how old I was. I'm just a few years younger than your grandmother. They were shocked. They thought I was the same age as their 30-something-year-old aunt. Dance, play, work hard, and enjoy. Just don't act your age. Or, as country singer Toby Keith says, don't let the old man in. Feed your hypothalamus. This is where the hormone connection comes in. If you've been watching my videos, you know your hypothalamus is the maestro of your entire symphony of hormones. And your hormones decline as you age. So feeding your hypothalamus makes sense to keep your hormones at younger levels longer. But did you know that your hypothalamus controls your rate of aging? If you don't live in one of the blue zones where highly nutritious anti-aging foods are always available, then you will have to supplement your hypothalamus with plants gathered from the land and the sea so you can stay younger longer. Sign up for our hormone reboot training and discover how to feed your hypothalamus naturally and stay younger longer. Since my teens, I was a competitive track athlete, which morphed into triathlons by my 30s. When I started taking Genesis Gold, my hypothalamus wasn't having any of my OCD behavior. I could hike, bike, dance, play, even run around with the kids and the dogs, but if I put my heart monitor on, my Achilles would go out. No more. So I stopped the crazy exercise routine, 100+ miles cycling, 50 miles running, 5+ miles swimming every week. It was too much stress hormone, not enough rest, and frankly, I couldn't run far enough to escape my stress. So my hypothalamus made me stop, and I slept a lot and learned to play and enjoy my life. And guess what? After a year out of the saddle, a bike, not horse saddle, my husband asked if I would ride in a biathlon with him. So I did. And for the first time ever, I actually enjoyed the beautiful 25-mile course. And my race time, well, it was only 1 minute slower than my fastest. Now, some 20+ years later, I listened to my body. Recently, in our hormone healing circle, we started a fitness challenge. Just my intention to get fit has already begun to firm up what seemed a little loose, flatten what seemed a little puffy, and loosen what seemed a little tight. I say seemed because I have fat eyes. I've never had an issue with my weight, but I was raised by a mother who did, and she never appreciated her body, and so it's taken me a very long time to appreciate mine. Some days my eyes see fit, some days my eyes see fat. Since feeding my hypothalamus, my self-perception has definitely shifted towards healthy wholeness, but it takes a long time to reprogram generational imprinting. I think it's interesting that one of the commonalities of the blue zone is empowered women. Perhaps that's because we women tend to make the health decisions for our family. And if mama's healthy, so is the rest of the family. And grandmothers provide the experiential wisdom necessary to help guide and heal the rest of the village. So women have to be empowered to make those critical lifestyle choices. And when we are, our families and our communities are healthier and live longer. May you always feel empowered to live your best life, and with these secret tips, may you stay younger longer.